Because I'm a full parrot, like someone says something to me and I just copy it and do it, and to dress up like that every single day, I would like not be okay. Like I don't care.
Varun wearing like a ganji, like
And
a
walking.
Salman Khan ganji, and just like walking on the road and like really,
the
like
road?
really
Yeah,
upset.
yeah.
Okay,
Very
really
upset.
Hey guys, this is Cara Peter, and today I have with me the super talented and fabulous cast of Call Me Bae. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Very well, thank you.
What a vibe, what an energy the show brings. The first episode you watch only, it just kind of switches, okay? And then you just want to binge watch it, alright? That's what happens. I can only imagine what shooting for Call Me Bae would have been like, so tell me more.
Just so much fun. Like I think whatever you see on screen, we were having even more fun in real life. Like they actually had to physically separate us into different rooms because we would not stop laughing or stop talking. On the first day, I knew all of her life stories. I knew everything about Musskaan. Like we were just like, Colin once walked into the room and he's like, how are you all discussing these things on day one? Like this is something like best friends talk about over years. So we actually, like, I know it sounds like every actor says this, but we really became really good friends.
And it was a breeze. Like I wanted more takes in life, but Colin would just be like, okay, 3 takes, and we would have fun. And I felt like, oh, okay, it's done. Are you sure? And he'd be like, yeah, we have it in the can. And I was
Yeah,
just
we
like,
would actually
what?
wait to come on set. Like I think, like Varun said that day. Like he'd be like, if his name was not on the call sheet, he'd be so sad because he'd be missing out on a day of fun. And he'd come. He would still come. He's come and hung so many
Yeah,
times
so many
when he
times,
wasn't
yeah.
shooting.
Yeah, shoot just like flew. Like
Yeah.
days
The amount
flew
of
by.
times we've played Contact.
Yeah, which is a
is
game which I still don't
ridiculous.
understand. Like now, I couldn't tell how to
You were
play.
so good at it.
I know, but now I just
Yeah.
don't know.
You know, this is a very similar thing that the boys spoke about when I interviewed them.
See, we're not lying.
Yeah, and it's identical answers, to be honest, okay? And the way you spoke about how, you know, Colin would also be like, you know, this person would be like, oh my god, you guys are like vibing like crazy, okay? But the boys also mentioned that he'd be quite the tone setter on the set, okay? Did you guys have an experience where he's like, you know, being just a chill kind of guy at the start of the day? Maybe you guys were, you know, prepping for a scene or, you know, freaking out about it?
Tone setter means for me, he's the OG Bae. Like I would just.
I
make
just
him-
told him that.
Yeah. Did you? Because you
I told
noticed
him,
it.
I was like, you're the official Bae. So he's like, no, you mean unofficial, right? I was like, no, you're the director.
No, please, I would be the official Bae. But he's definitely the unofficial Bae because there'd be so many scenes that I just make him do, and like I would just copy so many of his expressions. Like because I'm a full parrot. Like someone says something to me and I just copy it and do it, and I like doing that. So I would copy a lot from Colin. And tone setter means like, then what else did
Like
you
as
do?
if he's in a strange mood, is everyone? Is that what you
he
mean?
was being like this fun guy.
Yeah.
He was
Just
definitely
like bringing the energy to the table.
Yeah.
Like it,
yeah.
you know, honestly, he was so light-handed, which was so wonderful, and it's so hard to do because as a director, it can become really easy to get drunk on power and then really direct like every little nuance and every line. But he really didn't allow.
He lets you play.
Yeah, he allowed our natural chemistry to like come
Just
into
flow
the camera, like come onto camera, and just like he only like with a very deft touch, he just like manipulated certain things, and that's it.
But he was still also very clear about what he wanted, which
Yeah.
it was his first time doing like a long
Yes,
format and
absolutely.
everything. So he knew what because we all come in with very strong personalities and energies and everything. So it would be easy. Like I would imagine being really tough for someone to kind of stand their ground, and just be like, okay, you do. But he was very clear about what each character was, and I also think Colin was very sensitive to all of our personalities. He knew how Lyra likes to be directed, he knows how I like to be directed, and how Musskaan likes to be directed, and we're all very different from each other, and he was very sensitive with that and good with that. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. Okay. So he did mention this part also. I mean, the boys actually mentioned this, that they would be like 2-3 takes, ho get or le lo, like, and Colin would be like, even your hair is fine in that, it's that good. So just let it be. Okay. Do you remember any other scene that way that you guys individually had, or maybe together, where you're like, maybe I want to give one more take, but Colin is not agreeing to it?
I'm like that with every take. Yeah. I'm always like, can we do something else? Are you sure? Are you sure? So I'm always like asking for more. I think we all are like that.
Yeah, we
actually.
all, the three of us
Sure,
are like
for
that.
sure.
Definitely we are like, all
There's
three of
this
us are like
one scene with Varun though that we were basically towards the end of the day, and we had to pack up in like 45 minutes, and we had an entire scene to shoot, and it was like a very important scene between Prince and Tamara, and we just got like 2 takes. They set up they did one angle, then they did the other angle, and we just like we wrapped it in those 2 takes. And I was really unsure. It definitely everyone was in the same on the same wavelength, so it felt better. Everyone felt that scene. But I definitely like went to sleep that night thinking that okay, if I had like 3 more takes, I would have possibly nailed it.
Yeah.
But he was actually really happy with it, and I've seen the scene.
Yeah.
And it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
What
it happened to us because the light was going.
The light was going.
And there was this long, we also had like a long scene which was like 2 pages, and we were talking so much in that scene. Both of us were just talking. And we were like, close up lag jayega, then we can do our performance better. Suddenly it gets over and they were like, no, that's it. There's no close up. It's a 1 take. And Musskaan and I both were like, what? And the light had gone by then, so we couldn't even do it again.
Yeah.
But then when we saw it, now in hindsight, we're happy that it was shot the way it was shot.
Yeah.
Because,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys have watched all 8 episodes, right?
Yeah, we
watched
have
everything.
many times, too many times.
I have not seen
Really?
all of them. Yeah.
Oh my god, you're gonna have so much
I've just
fun.
seen like
Wow.
some,
Because I've
some
watched
of the
4
dub
and
stuff.
I'm like, please stop it now because I want to watch more. Right? But I binge watched.
It's a bingey. I think it ends also on those, that perfect cliffhanger, like what's
Fun.
gonna happen in the next episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also to let you know that Gurpreet, they did mention, in season 2 this is, and I was like, there's a season 2 already? I'm like episode 4.
If everyone watches and likes us, then hopefully
Then-
they'll-
Yeah.
Then-
It's up to you
It's,
guys.
I know.
fingers
I
are
know.
crossed.
fingers crossed.
So I also did have this chat with Colin where, I was like, so Bay and Ananya are so similar, okay? Is that the reason why, you chose Ananya?
I don't think Bay and I are that similar. I think it's a perception that people have of me that I am like that, but I'm actually very chill and relaxed. If I had to dress up like that every single day, I would not be okay. I don't care about.
Too much effort?
Yeah, it's too much effort for me. But I think there are definitely similarities, but I think more actually people think it's a superficial similarity, but I would say actually in the more core way, Bay and I are similar. I think we both are very easily judged for what people think we are. I think both of us also are kind people and want to are people pleasers and want everyone to love us. But I think personality wise, it took a lot of effort for me to become Bay. I think people look at it and they're like, oh, she's playing herself, but that's not me. And the closest people around me would also vouch for that it's not me, and it's not an easy character because she's always up and she's talking so much. I was dubbing for it and I'm like, she's not stopping to breathe also for 1 second. She's just non-stop. So it took a lot of work to just keep that, and comedy also. It's the first time that I'm actually doing comedy because in in Dream Girl and Pati Patni, I was around the comedy. I was never doing it.
Yeah.
I was just reacting to it. But this time she's the one who has the punches and the physicality and everything. So it was a challenge to get into that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a very particular scene in episode 1 where there's a wedding. It's a recreation of a wedding video of a celebrity couple, right? And so Vihan was saying that, Colin literally showed him the video right before the scene, oh, this is what you have to recreate. Did that happen with you too?
I had obviously seen the video and loved it, and that's one of the sweetest things that I have seen on Instagram. So when Colin said let's do that, not trying to give any spoilers, but let's do that, I was
No,
like,
they
yes.
gave it.
Arey yaar, edit their part out because I want people to watch the show. But when Colin said, I was like, yes, firstly I think I've never been married on screen. I've never had so I think even wearing a bridal outfit and kind of in Dream Girl I was meant to get married, then ruk jata hai and all of that. But in this I was getting married, so I always wanted to do that, on screen and in real life. But moving on, I think now I should stop
Very
talking.
soon.
Yeah. What? No.
No, I think I'm hoping that for you.
When the time is right.
Yeah.
Okay. Manifesting it for the right time.
Yeah.
Now I'm turning into Bay where I'm having word vomit. But basically when Colin showed, I was so excited because these are our pop culture references. We watch so many shows abroad where they kind of reference things that actually happen in real life and famous people. So I think that was a mini ode to that very sweet celebrity moment. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, so if Sid and Kiara would be sitting here right now and you had to give them a bit of a disclaimer before watching the episode, what would you tell them?
I'll just be like,
We're fans of you.
we are fans and we love you guys and you are our Ranchas, so enjoy.
Oh, what a well put one. Lovely. Okay. Musskaan, your character is very relatable, I have to say. Maybe I'm a little like you that way, okay?
Yeah.
I'll have to watch the other 4 episodes to kind of say that, very 100% that way, okay? In your case, when it came for prepping it, was it easy for you? Are you very similar to this character?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the Physicality of it, yes. Like it's me on like highly caffeinated Musskaan. Like otherwise I can be a little more chill. I'm not very like, but if I'm in the mood and I've had a lot of coffee, I'm like, that's Saira.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of things are in common. Like in terms of the laid backness, the puns, the jokes, just the high energy situation. A lot of it is in common, and even with just the kind of person she is, the kind of energy that she brings, it's very me.
Lovely,
Very
lovely.
neat.
What about you, Niharika?
Tamara is actually, I feel like her journey, which I can't speak too much about because you haven't seen the rest of the episodes, but I feel like there's definitely a part of me that was very hard on myself and really wanted to achieve a lot and really wanted to go after those goals with like all guns blazing and have like blinkers on. So that part of me I sort of like channeled into her before I burnt out, like before Lyra burnt out, and then realized life is very different. And so I feel like that part is like similar to Tamara, but yeah, just that part.
We all have like bits and pieces.
Yeah,
that's all.
And I think we all brought a lot of ourselves. Like, because if
Yeah.
anyone else played any of the characters, it would be very different, I feel. Yeah.
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys remember what was the last scene that you guys shot?
Oh my god.
And was it together?
Was
Oh,
it the
yeah.
birthday party?
No, it was at
No.
the event, the last event.
It was at St. Xavier's, we were shooting.
yeah, at Xavier's. Yeah, it was the.
No, we shot the birthday party after that.
No.
Yes.
Oh shoot, yeah.
We did.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
the birthday
we
party
did.
was the end.
Wasn't that the last? And I think that day there was us three and Varun, and we actually started with us three and Varun. So actually we ended with the gang that started.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. It
And
was
I think that was one of the best days.
Yeah,
It was-
that was
it
One
fun.
of the best
Yeah.
It was
days
actually
ever.
the
But
last.
I don't feel like that
scene.
was the last day.
No, it was.
We're confused, obviously.
We're obviously really confused. But we were all together, whatever
all
the
together,
last
yeah,
day
we were all
was.
together, yeah.
Oh, at least we made it out to be that. Wait, do you know the last shot was all of us in that car with me and Gurfateh sitting in front.
It was so boring as a last
It was very
shot.
boring, unfortunately.
Yes.
But I fought for making that the last scene of the day because I was like, I wanted to end with all of us together.
In a tin box.
In a tin
Yeah,
box.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So us three and Gurfateh and Varun were.
And we're
together.
all driving towards a thing which we can't tell you as yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I want the spoilers also, but I don't want it also.
No, trust me, you don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay, follow-up question being that first day versus the last day, how emotional was it? And like, obviously the first day was very exciting, but how emotional was this goodbye?
It didn't feel like a goodbye because we're hoping that this is a journey
continue.
that will
That
continue.
continues.
Yeah, and I feel like it was also, it's a long format and I think it was my first time doing it. It's very, very exhausting and the kind of show that it is, every frame is very elaborate. So I think every department had put in so much effort that by the time it was done, I think everyone was also a bit like, we need to sleep for a couple of
I
days.
actually remembered something really funny. I remember that we had shot our car scene, and then Varun had a really the last shot of this this
Oh
season.
my gosh, I know what you
was
mean.
Varun wearing like a ganji, like
And
a
walking.
Salman Khan ganji, and just like walking on the road and really
On the
like
road?
really
Yeah,
upset.
yeah.
Okay,
Very
really
upset.
upset. And
Because
it's
of
like
something.
Yeah.
It's like a slow thing. It's like a slow motion thing, and he so a song is supposed to play in the background, and it's a really emotional moment in the show. But we were all so up and excited about the fact that this is ending.
And then Varun was looking at us from far away because he saw us having fun and he was like, guys, I want to be with you all, but I have to
it was
cry.
so funny because we were just cheering him on. We were like, come on, tears.
People
give us
were
tears.
fighting to give clap
It
and
was
everything.
really funny. So
my
it was just
God.
a really a weird dichotomy because we were also excited
But
about
the
it
scene was
ending, but the
sad,
scene
yeah.
was sad, and he had to really channel his sadness. So that was hilarious. And then after that, we got into Ananya's van, and then there was
We did think
one.
there's no need to get into that.
Just
Cake cutting
Hung
happened.
with cake cutting.
It was cake cutting. It was very everyone celebrated, and then everyone
Went
went
their
their own
separate
ways.
ways.
It was
Yeah.
very cute and
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. I mean, I wish I was on the set because all of this is seeming so much fun.
It was.
Season
It was.
2.
Yeah. Come.
Okay, officially now. This is happening.